Hello there. Welcome to another video on a solid foundation. We have been together for a little while now. We've been touching on many important topics. We looked at the vaccination, and we looked at President Biden, President Trump, or former President Trump. And truth be told, that none of these really will make a great impact if you don't understand what I presented in the last 3 videos, which is the state of the dead. So the last 3 videos look at the state of the dead and many controversial texts from the Bible that people would use to justify that the dead has a soul, that their loved ones are in heaven, among other claims. But my friends, truth be told, as I said, last days deception is much more than, the mark of the beast or some vaccine. So before we go further, remember, please like, subscribe, share this video if you find it of a blessing to you or someone else. So let's continue. Now, most people don't even realize that deception cannot be completed without some good old-fashioned signs and wonders or some hocus pocus, what you are into. So recently, the Pope has been on a whirlwind tour. He's visiting places never dreamt of before, making peace with these places. He sees himself as the broker of peace. He was, for example, in Iraq, Afghanistan, and other places in the Middle East there. You would not think of a Catholic Christian personnel in these places. He's clearly setting himself up as the uniter in chief, the one who can do this. In America, we talk about the commander in chief. Well, he is setting himself up as the uniter in chief. And he was even a keynote speaker at the Earth Summit for the Biden administration right in the month of April here. Along with him, we had people like Bill Gates and Elon Musk and many other billionaires talking about the Earth Summit and the importance of the environment. Now, we spoke of the beast in Revelation 13 that had its wound healed. And this is the process of the healing, We are watching this healing unfold right before our eyes without even recognizing it. So, once the world can forget all the atrocities of the past and embrace the role and the leadership of the papacy, then it's easy for this image to be established. We are often quick to forget the past, but we have none to fear of the future unless we forget how God has led us in the past. And the same thing with our history. We have to remember our history. So in the name of Christianity, peace. In the name of Christianity, peace. And in the name of the environment, men will unite to require first a nation and then the whole world to break the 4th commandment of God's 10 commandments. Now, let me say that clearly. I'm not talking about the 10 commandments that is published by the Catholic Church, but the 10 commandments that can be found in the book of Exodus in your Bible. Okay? You compare the two, you will see a major difference or a subtle change as such. Now, during the pandemic, many churches have lost their flock. And this is very important here. Many people have found something else to do with their time. They have been locked down, locked away, not having access to church. And as a result, millions have been zoomed out, every time you're on Zoom watching a service, something like that. And many surveys have even estimated that some 50% of all former worshipers will not return, simply not return. They have found something better to do with their time, so to speak. They realize now that they can probably go to a picnic or binge watch movies on Netflix. So this is significant because as many churches and even independent ministries have gone under, for congregants to return, they will need to find a way to do this to be some kind of revival or a spiritual awakening. So there will be a fake spiritual awakening that will unite people of all denominations. No, they will come together while keeping their own status. Not going to change name, not going to form something new, some new world or something like that. So as soon as they have coerce, rather, this U.S. government, whether it be Biden or some other president, to enact a national Sunday law, it will bring about this, what I am calling, and many others have called before me, a false latter rain. Now, because man has defied God's law, Satan will be permitted to work wonders. This false awakening will even open the door for many demonic possessions, demonic displays, and appearances. And that's why those videos about the state of the dead that I presented, those 3 were and still are very important to understand last day deception. And I broke it into 3 parts so as to give you enough time to understand the process. Now, it is this demonic power that will enable the law to be enacted globally. I'm fully aware that, in other parts of the world, there's a saying, when America sneezes, the rest of the world gets the chill or gets the flu as such. We have to understand that. It will start right here. So therefore, we must understand, my friends, the state of the dead. We have become so fixed on our sight. We want to see things. We say things like, show me the proof. In America, there's a commercial, show me the Carfax, or where's the proof? Let me see a sign. Understand? That is why Jesus said in Luke 11:29, he says, an evil generation, they seek a sign. We must live by faith in God and not only by signs and wonders. And Jesus Christ knew this, and that's why he did not give them a sign. Because he understands that the devil can perform miracles as well. So Satan will work miracles through his agents, and he will even personate Christ to the masses. Jesus is aware of this, and that's why he forewarned us. That's why in Matthew 24, verse 23, he said to them, he said this, if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. He knew that. He knew that when it comes down to the last days, for deception to be complete, we have to have this impersonation, this spiritual works and miracles. Understand that the devil will work miracles and endorse Sunday as this new sacred day and even denounce Sabbath keepers. So let me just pause right here for those of you who are probably jumping when you hear Sabbath keepers. Now note, I'm talking about all Sabbath keepers. And there are a vast number of Sabbath keepers out there. We have Sabbatarian Baptists, all right? Many of us may not even know them. We have Sabbatarian Adventists, and the list is long of Sabbatarian Adventists, all right? You have Sabbatarian Pentecostals, all right? People who keep the Sabbath and consider themselves Pentecostals. We have Sabbatarian Israelites and Sabbatarian or Judaizers, which is the Jews. Most of us just know of the Jews who from Friday to sundown to Saturday sundown. So these spiritual manifestations are extremely important, since without them, the acceptance of a national blue law or national Sunday law will not happen. Many people who did not get a chance to say goodbye, for example, to their loved one during these COVID-19 protocol are often longing for some kind of relief. And as a result, many of them are open to deception. That loneliness, that heartache, not getting a chance to say goodbye. Their father, brother, uncle was in the hospital, and all they could do is probably look via phone or something like that. So note, for that reason, and note for the order in which things will happen. We're going to have a powerful religious excitement or a counterfeit revival that will take place, where Protestants, Catholics, spiritualists will all work together, even though they'll keep their own unique identity. That's how it will start. And then you'll have this hatred for Sabbath keepers. It will grow. All right. Those who follow deism, believing in the earth and all that, worshiping the earth and so on, with all these Earth Day movement and so on, we need to keep an eye on that. And this new climate change appeal will see a need for the earth to have a rest, and they will use that as a guise for their plan. And this will lead to sweeping enforcement of blue laws or Sunday laws and calling for a Sunday as a day of rest. And then you're going to have this national Sunday law that will be enacted in order to win political favors. So that's the process in which things will go in these last days, my friends. This false latter rain begins with a whole lot of demon possession and signs leading to massive conversion and global Sunday law enforcement. So remember, it doesn't matter who you are, all will have to choose a side. And that's why I made that video before. So the three basic categories of religious branch that we have out there, whether you are believe in polytheism. Remember I said polytheism, believe that there are many gods, or whether you are monotheism, believe in that there's only one God, or even if you call yourself an atheist, believe that there is no God. All of us, when it comes down to last days, will have to take a side. We'll have to take the mark in our hands, meaning that we have already processed in our mind that it is wrong, but we'll still go along with it due to the fact that we desire to survive. Or we'll take the mark in our forehead, which simply means that, you know what, like Eve, I either close my eyes and I allow myself to be deceived, right? So it's not a literal chip or anything like that. The mark in your forehead and your hand is basically your choice, the decision you're going to make. Either you allow yourself to be deceived like Eve, or you know that it is wrong, but by your action, your hands, you still go along with it. So if you are either one, a Christian who worshiping or Sunday or Sabbath keeper or so on, you will have to make a choice. Whether you consider yourself an Islam and you praying on Fridays or you're worshiping that, you will have to make a decision, my friends. Even if you you're a Buddhist, you have no special day, there's only two sides. You will have to make a decision. Whether you're in Judaism, all right? All those of you in Israel, we will still be pressured. You will still be pressured to take a side and make a decision. Whether you call yourself a Hindu, you believe in Hinduism and you pray on Monday or Friday or Saturday, when that law is passed, you will have to make a decision, right? Taoism, for those people who are already Sabbath keepers, they worship on Saturday. The pressure will be made. Will you stand firm or will you renege on your decision? An atheist claiming there's no God, you'll have to make a decision too. All right? Sikhism, you don't worship on any day. You just believe that, you go around doing good. You too will have to make a decision. Mormons, Sunday, will you just go along because you have a chance to study the Word of God and know that it is wrong, but you will still go along with it, my friends? You too will have to make a decision. So remember, 2 Thessalonians 2:9 tells us, it says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. That's how the enemy will complete his last day deception. With power, with signs and lying wonders, and the state of the dead will play a very important part in that. How else will you want to change your mind if someone comes back, or even Christ seems to come back and tell you, well, yeah, I have changed the laws. You don't have to do this anymore. Matthew 24:24 says, for they shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Well, I encourage you today to become part of the elect, because the elect will not be deceived. This will prevent you, my friends, from falling into last day deceptions. So, until next time, remember, share this video, like, subscribe to as they release. Remember, a solid foundation is what you need. Until then, may God continue to protect you in your daily walk.